Vita.
So I figured I'd just make a video showing how CPS2 stuff works, in case anybody was ever wondering, because I'd always been kind of worried about getting CPS2 games because you always hear about having to get A boards and B boards and there's a battery inside and all that stuff, but it's really pretty simple. First you start out with your A board, which I've got right here. This is like the control deck for a game system. This is the system itself. And then you have the game cartridge, which is this. It's basically just a circuit board inside. It's probably goes from here to here. It doesn't fill up the whole thing, but it's got these connectors that line up with these. So basically, it's pretty simple. You just snap it into place. And that's all there is to it. Sometimes you'll get these little clips right here, which are used to hold the A board and B board together. And if you've got them, I think you should use them. So I'm going to go ahead and put the clips in on this one. They just snap in. There's little holes on the side. So looks like that once it's in there. And do the other side too. And then, oh, and also on the A board, it has this is the test button, up button for volume, and then down volume. Sometimes these buttons can look different. I've got one where it's got round red buttons instead of these little blue switches. But anyhow, so next is to connect the JAMMA harness, which is right here. And so that just plugs in. Your harness may look a little bit different. But anyway, that's plugged up. And then normally I don't have my kick harness plugged up. Let me see if I can show you what it looks like. Let's see, I think this is it. Yep, so your kick harness looks something like this. This part goes into the CPS2 board, and then on the other end you've got all these connectors which plug into the kick buttons, and the black ones are your extra grounds in case you need them. Normally the game is going to default to mono sound, which is what JAMMA supports. But if you want stereo sound, you do need an amp, and you have to go through some extra steps. In my cabinet, I've actually got an amp on the inside. Let me see if I can show you that. So it's kind of hard to see, but in my cabinet, this is the amp. And so I made two little adapters that go to audio in and audio out. And then on the audio in plug, I made it to where it can take these RCA or composite plugs, and then those come in and they connect right there on the CPS2 board. So I'll go ahead and plug those in here. Okay, so those are plugged in. And then on your audio out, normally, I mean, if I wanted to use the cabinet speakers, I would actually take this cable and plug that into the audio out, and then it would use the speakers that are built into the cabinet. But I want to use my big speakers, and so I basically made a plug right there that also has the composite jacks, and then this little cable with the blue and the red plug, those are running over here to my receiver. So let's turn it on for the first time. Since I got this A board, we'll see what happens. Okay, see how that says Capcom Phoenix Edition? That means that at some point the battery on this B board for Marvel vs. Capcom has died. And that basically makes it where it loses the decryption key in order to display all the graphics. So what people have done is found a way to take the decrypted version of the game and put it onto these B boards, and so that's what they call the Phoenix Edition. So what's cool about the Phoenix Edition is if you turn it off and then turn the machine back on, and you hold the test switch button. It'll actually bring you to region setup and jukebox player, so you can actually change the region that the game is from. Alright, so this is originally a Japanese game. We can set it to original, but I'll go ahead and set it to Japan just in case. So set its new region. Then you can go to the jukebox player if you want. Let's see. So it's just got all the music that you can listen to. But anyhow, that's pretty much it to hooking up CPS2.